Hi, CXO TV. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm Kavita Gupta. I'm director and founder of a marketing research company called Saizen Global Insights and Consulting. And it's been around 22 years of marketing research, brand consulting, and helping clients to achieve their business goals using research and insights. And it's been a decade of Saizen Global Insights and Consulting, which means my entrepreneurship. So journey so far has been really amazing. I started with like normally how people get job and enter into their particular domain. So that's how I started with marketing research, and it was after my postgrad I did MSc from Delhi University, and then after that I entered into marketing research. So after 2000, and the journey is interesting from the point that I have been able to, go through all the aspects of marketing research, like not only just one particular sector or not only just one particular type of audience. I've, worked with Indian as well as international brands, been able to, interact with consumers across the country, people with different languages. So journey has been really interesting. There have been ups and downs in terms of, there were role changes, and the moment the seniority started, or I started taking leadership roles. So obviously the way the challenges were in life, they kept changing. Plus, being women, you also have to parallelly run the household and balance between the work and home. And then one fine day in 2012, I decided to have entrepreneurship streak, and it was another challenge that I took up, and I really wanted to, do something for everyone through whatever knowledge or experience I had gained. So journey has been full of ups and downs, but it has been very interesting, very promising, and very fulfilling, so to speak. Most of the times when startups, they come to us, they usually come at the stage where they are just figuring out, and at that moment, any insights or any data that helps them take decision becomes very important. But all startups also come with challenge of limited resources, limited finances. So any larger than life kind of a research or any project which is very big, so their requirements are very quick. Their requirements are, something that they need to quickly have access to, so that they can decide about their product portfolios or their services or the next step in startup in terms of taking it forward. So their challenges are mostly, around their business, of course, but those are also around getting the right information, getting the credible information which they can believe, they can use, and finally implement. I mean, for them, it's not just about having the information, it's also about having information which they can use, apply, and take their journey of entrepreneurship or startup forward. So those have been typical challenges wherein startups came with, like, they had very hazy picture of what they wanted to do, and they needed insights or data to clear that. They had some hypotheses which were like either true or false. They did not know, so they came to us for ensuring that what is the correct way forward. Also the communication, because at the end of the day, when you build something, when you create something, you also want to take it to the audiences, you also want to take it to the market, to earn business or to earn revenues out of it. So unless it is communicated in the right way, unless it is said in the right way, so the communication evaluation, what kind of messaging should be there, what kind of proposition they should be creating and talking about, those were the initial challenges with which startups come. I think the lack of proper information, I would say, has been the center of everything. That, there was so much of information, not sure what information is correct and would be usable. I think that's where the whole our work and insights and ensuring the correct, credible, actionable insights, it happened. For women, the journey is a lot of balancing between herself, her home, and the company or the vision or the dream that person has. So that is one very personal challenge that every woman who is entering and trying to do something enters into that particular challenge. And otherwise, also a lot of places, somehow So, for example, in our industry in marketing research, there are lots of women who are actively there and doing work. But it's not very easy because the role demands you to travel, the role demands you to meet strangers often, and the role demands you to be away from home. So there are lots of challenges which women face not only from the professional point of view, but also from the personal point of view, where they need constant support of the family, constant support of their peers in terms of moving forward. Plus, whether we want to say this, accept it or not, somehow, um, women are not seen at par with men in certain aspects. I mean, you may be given a role and opportunity, you may be very enthusiastic to do it, but somewhere at the back of mind, either you would be very restrained by, oh, will it be safe to go there? Somewhere our whole environment, whole society, and whole culture is like that restriction automatically comes in and pops up into the mind. So that's one thing. And then secondly, the level of encouragement that is given to the women, especially for the senior roles or leadership roles, I see that there is a lot of opportunity is still there, and there are lots of women who need to be given what they deserve and given full freedom and full responsibility to handle those aspects. I see that, those two areas wherein we need to do, like, we need to buck up or do more. I think women need to stay focused, and more importantly, they need to, uh, they need to be very solution oriented, like the way in other aspects of life they keep finding solutions. And so the similarly to go to the leadership role or to upgrade themselves to that level, I think they need to be constantly thinking about solutions. They should be less thinking about their own challenges of being a woman and trying to solve it. And on the leadership role, I think so those who reach there are, of course, more confident and vocal about what they know. But I think somewhere they also need to be they also need to be that, what to say, uh, very authoritative or very, very affirmatively being there, and and trying to take risks and trying to introduce something new. They should not be limited. They should just, feel free, feel themselves, and very frankly experiment, think out of the box, and remain solution oriented. Because at the end of the day, any organization, any employees, any people around them, they would seek solutions. And I personally believe that women are very good because they're very accommodating and they can solve a lot of problems. So I think that's something that helps in sticking to or going to the leadership roles. I think that's a very interesting question. And like, for me, it just happened. And, I'm sure that most of the women would be like, uh, getting into entrepreneurship mostly from the trial point of view. I think to get more women interested in entrepreneurship or having inclination towards it, it's very important that in our education system, somewhere we start building fundamentals and we start educating about that aspect also, that entrepreneurship is also a possibility. So we are very nicely taught about what entrance exams to be given and which jobs to be, which jobs we should be looking for. But nowhere, we talk about very candidly, very openly, that what are the possibilities of, when there is a son in the house, or whenever there is a male member. It's like, if there is a business in the house, everyone would assume that, okay, son would take over. And but it's not that streamlined and not that easy, because somewhere in our mindset we don't think like that. So there is that need of attitudinal shift. There is also that need of building the foundation from the education system itself, that more women should be encouraged or at least made aware of. I think one of the problems that we are having is that a lot of women are not aware of, like, with their potential, what else can they do. So they think about going straight line. They just think about doing jobs or getting settled in the family. So this needs to be really addressed, I believe, and it can be done at multiple levels. It can be done at school, it can be done at colleges, it can be done at at the society level, wherein there are competitions or there are forums, like you are providing me a forum to express about myself. I think that's a very good initiative. But such things should not be limited to just Women's Day or, just one off occasion. It should be happening more often, and more women should come together and support each other in terms of, building a very strong community of entrepreneurship. If they need help, there should be those places and platforms available. So somewhere there is a need to change our attitudes. There is also need to change our education, building blocks or the foundation. There is also need to involve more women and bring them together, have a platform or have a scenario wherein they can very easily mix up, talk to each other, exchange their ideas, support each other, and then also tell young ones that, besides jobs or besides getting married, there is also another opportunity of being an entrepreneur. And for that, they need to create those skills. For that, they need to develop those skills early in life based on whatever interests they have. So that's my thinking. Oh, many. And I'm happy to share that I'm also a bird mom. This is my bird. So I'm raising these birds. And besides, I love doing, I'm a lot interested in hobbies like crafting, creating miniatures. And I often say and tell people that, whenever I'm very stressed out or I'm like from my professional daily schedule or busyness, I want to divert my mind to completely 360 different, 360-degree different thing, then I resort to creating those miniatures, crafts, decors, and plantation. I enjoy gardening, and I have a small balcony garden which I maintain, and I do. So yeah, like there are lots of hobbies, and I am glad that I get opportunity to pursue those as well along with my professional life. It's okay, whatever you feel like or whatever you would like to do, just go for it with full positivity, full planning, and just don't get scared. Don't be afraid of trying or, innovating or experimenting. Because entrepreneurship journey is not just about being successful. Entrepreneurship journey is also about, learning on the way, the milestones that you keep achieving while you are trying to reach your destination. So my message to women is like, don't stop being yourself, and you are capable of doing a lot more. It's just that moment, or it's just that moment of realization that you need to achieve, and start moving forward and very positively, very affirmatively, and do small and simple things, but keep achieving. So the moment you keep achieving, the moment you keep learning, you also start sharing. I think that's how we'll build the whole network, and it would be a cascading effect that everyone would be a successful woman and an entrepreneur.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.